Significant situation in romantic love you're going to be dealing with this month. We have the Page of Pentacles. Very nice. In this deck, it's called the Page of Materials. So this is about what you're dealing with this month is the next step in a relationship, taking that first meaningful step towards commitment and solidifying a relationship. For singles, it's about taking that first step, getting out there and dating and meeting people, but that first step towards manifesting and, creating a lasting relationship, okay? And this could also point to, for singles, doing due diligence, like, planning, signing up for dating sites, things like that. For those of you who are in romantic connections, this could be, as I said, about taking things to the next level, but it could also be about making real plans, buying that ticket, whatever it may be, to see one another, looking for apartments, whatever it is, having that talk about commitment. And with the Page of Pentacles, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn may be significant. Challenge, obstacle, or blockage you face in regards to the situation with the Knight of Emotions or the Knight of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio may be significant, but with the Knight of Cups showing up, the challenge is emotionally going for it, okay? Yourself or your love interest. Just letting your heart lead the way, not being overly practical and going for it. Or your love interest, not being overly practical and just going for it. Okay? Letting Page, Pentacle energy, down to earth, very practical, very, logic-based and careful and slow moving. That's earth energy. Cup energy, water energy, it takes you away. You go with it. It's going with the flow. It's letting the feelings lead you, and not so much about practicality and planning, though that is obviously, necessary in relationships. But I feel like just going for it and letting the heart lead the way may be your challenge, but we'll see. Okay, core issue of the situation. We have the Hermit. So the core issue is someone, yourself, or your love interest, really deciding. And I have to be honest, when the Hermit comes up, it does speak to someone who's a bit lost, going through some soul searching, a bit of a crisis. It does come down to someone, this practicality versus, it's like practicality versus the heart and getting carried away with the feelings. The reason why is with the Hermit, someone is spiritually feeling lost and really questioning, who am I? Is this the right thing to do? What am I doing? Is this going to work? Where am I going in life? Someone is feeling a bit lost, and therefore they are doing forensic analysis of the situation. It is earth energy, okay? And with the Hermit, a Virgo may be significant past, which has led to the current situation. We have the Emperor. So with the Emperor, there you are. This is about someone stepping up, taking action, wanting to manifest, whether it is, single or attached. Aries, I do feel this is your energy, but it could, for those who are in love connections, romantic connections, it could be your love interest energy, but someone, probably you, being Emperor energy yourself, stepped up and, showed a major act of commitment to moving things forward in romantic love. And so what you're dealing with is taking that first step. And therefore, with the Knight of Cups, it could absolutely be that your love interest is having a hard time following their heart. But it could also be that now that you have stepped up and it's go time, and it's like taking that first step, maybe there's too much because there is, deeper kind of insecurities about, am I making a mistake? Is this the right path for me? Is this what I really want? Is this true to myself? it could be very much that with the Knight of Cups, just going for it, and not, overly planning, because it may be for some of you that while you have now fully engaged this plan, now that it's action time, that, there are fears that are manifesting as over carefulness or practicality, and just following your heart and going with it could very well be the challenge. For those of you that are single, you stepped up. You're like, I'm getting out there again. I'm taking control of my love life. So now it's about, with the Page of Pentacles, engaging that plan, stepping out and taking that first step. But you're being overly practical about it, slow moving, too careful about it, because with the Knight of Cups, truly following your heart and just going with the flow and going for it is challenging for you. The reason why, with a Hermit, there is some fears and doubts about if this is the right move, because you don't want to make a mistake, and there is a sense of, do I even know what I want? What do I want to get into another relationship? What is it that I want? Is this the right time? Is this the right path for me? Things like that, okay? Where you're at currently in regards to the situation that you're dealing with in romantic love, and because this is general reading, this could easily be your love interest energy. We have Death. Okay, so with Death, a Scorpio may be significant, but Death energy essentially means that you are really at that midpoint of a major stage in your life coming to a close, and a brand new stage of your life beginning, okay? Which would explain if the Hermit energy and this, indecision, kind of reluctance to move things forward, though you want to, is happening. With Death energy, as I said, a major significant chapter in your life has closed, and you do have a brand new chapter that is upon you. However, it's not just a matter like, this is a trump. All trumps are spiritual energies, spiritual stages. And it's not just a matter of that situation ended or that last chapter of my life is over. There is a spiritual transformation and adjustment period happening within you, because your sense of self that was wrapped up in that last cycle, single or attached, just because that situation ended doesn't mean you immediately psychologically and spiritually and emotionally also have closed out that cycle. So there is a transformation, a new sense of self that's emerging along with this brand new chapter. So it is slow moving energy, and it does suggest that you're at that midpoint of, as I said, ending and new beginning. And with Death energy, the best way to approach it is not fight it and embrace it. And that change can be difficult, and it can seem overwhelming, and you can second guess yourself. Okay. And there absolutely is a mourning period of releasing that past, because so much of your sense of self was attached to that last past chapter. So you're going through a transformation, and a new cycle is upon you. But again, this could easily be your love interest energy. Where your love interest is at currently, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in regards to you and the situation. And for those who are single, please remember that when I was shuffling in the intentions into the deck of each of these positions, this position does also speak to, if you don't have a love interest, someone who is interested in you romantically, okay? So we'll just call it love interest. So with the Eight of Emotions, this person is in the stage of, I don't feel that they're walking away from you, though I'll clarify this. They're in that also midpoint of endings and beginnings, because with the Eight of Emotions, it is about walking away, but it's about walking away from past, the way things have been, and past emotional attachments that ran their course and no longer are emotionally fulfilling. And this person is going for something deeper and more meaningful and lasting. Okay. So they also are in a new stage of their life. Okay. And they are wanting this connection, and they are wanting, and this could be your energy, but you know, whoever's energy this person is wanting more, and they're wanting it with you, and they're wanting this relationship to be meaningful and that real, lasting kind of quality relationship that would bring not only themselves emotional fulfillment and wish fulfillment, because this person is walking towards the Nine of Cups, an Ace of Cups, which makes the Eight of Cups a Nine of Cups. So a new opportunity of, they have this chance, and they feel they have this chance for, you know, a new lease on life and a new opportunity to have it all in romantic love with you, or you with them. Very beautiful energy. You both are at that midpoint where you're releasing the past and embarking on a brand new chapter of love and happiness, you know, both individually and together. Very nice. Where this is headed, by the end of September, we have the High Priestess, clarified by so lovely by the Ten of Cups. So with a High Priestess, a Pisces may be significant. This is very gorgeous energy. Let me just clarify the Eight of Cups and we'll get right to it. Knight of this is so good. With the Knight of Wands, okay, an Aries may be significant for your love interest or for you, or a Sagittarius or a Leo, okay? But basically this person is following their passion, which is you, or if this is your energy, it's your love interest energy, and they're going for it, okay? And they're passionate about it, and they're taking action, and they are actively, you know, wanting to have it all with you, or you with them. Lovely. And with the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups, whoever has been kind of on the fence about, you know, is this the right time? Do we move this forward? And to be fair, it could be either of you, because the truth is more likely you, Aries, or whoever's energy is the death energy, okay? But someone has kind of been, it's neither of you have been questioning that you want to do this and it's going to happen, but someone has been fearful of actually engaging and going for it and taking that next step. There's been like anxiety and a little bit of jitters and like hesitancy to do so, and to like fully like, let's make the plans, let's sign that paper, let's look for a place, let's buy that ticket, as I said, let's do this. And what's beautiful is that person with a High Priestess, as I said, Pisces might be significant, is going to be following their intuition and moving this forward and deciding, yes, you know, I'm going with my heart, absolutely. I'm going to follow my heart. I am going for that Ninth Cup. You know, why am I feeling unsure about this? They're getting back to their deeper knowing of what they want, and that is you, or that is them, depending on whose energy this is speaking to, who is, you know, this death energy. And with the Ten of Cups, it's because they know that this is going to be wish fulfillment, a mutually emotionally fulfilling, stable, committed, emotionally available and expressive romantic union, okay, and life partnership. The Ten of Cups is not just soulmate union or twin flame union. It's union that trumps all, because it's emotionally fully available and expressive. No more, but I'm scared and I have unresolved emotional issues and I can't because I've been, you know, once bitten, twice shy. There's no extenuating circumstances. It's settled, okay? Both people have overcome their fears and baggage. They're emotionally, mentally, and spiritually aligned in what they want, which is a mutual goal, and who they want, which is each other, and it's love and peaceful, truly fulfilling, stable commitment, happiness, life partnership. Someone is definitely fearful Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There's nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. Death energy. But it's understandable because when you go through death energy, right, it's not consciously like something that registers as I am now in the midpoint of a major ending and a beginning. It just feels bad. Okay. And, if you feel like dragging your feet and you feel kind of lost and unsure, even if, someone's like, here's $1 billion. I don't really know. I don't feel so good. Why are you offering me $1 billion? It's because there is a real sense of loss and mourning the past and a part of yourself that's attached to that past. Okay? Okay. The seeker indicates a need for energy, movement, vitality, and excitement. The seeker is childlike at heart and has faith that at its core, the world is a beautiful place. As we grow older, it is easy to lose touch with our innocence and sense of wonder. We have responsibilities, stressful home and work environments, external pressures, physical sensitivities, and dis-ease. In the end, we get locked into a survival mentality and we don't know how to break free. The seeker's message is one of reclamation. It is not so much about ridding yourself of the stress, but remembering your essence. Slowly nurture your sense of wonder to all that is around you. You may feel silly at first, but keep working on it to balance out the negative.